everybody, it's the Cool Dad, and this isn't a cooking video. So if you're looking for cooking, damn, I did not intend that. If you're looking for a cooking video, there's a bunch of others on the channel. Feel free to check them out. This is more of a blog, vlog, update, answer some questions, generally shoot the shit with y'all for a few minutes type of video. My videos end up on a number of different platforms, and sometimes the same question is asked cross-platform, and instead of answering the same question a bunch of different times, I figured, let's do a video, because, oh yeah, it's what I do. Yes, it's Easter still. I'm waiting for the video I made today to upload. I don't know when I will upload this one, because I'm exhausted. I may put this together tonight, I may not, but yeah, you know, this is not taking the place of a cooking video. This is just some extra content for you guys. Now that I got all that out of the way, for anybody that doesn't know yet and hasn't found it, I do have a website, cookingwiththecooldad.com, www.cookingwiththecooldad, all one word, .com. Long name, easy to remember. On that website, obviously all my videos are listed. You also have my Instagram feeds also showing there, which is, that's a fair mix of food and dogs, to be quite fair about it. If you're on TikTok, I'm there. That content varies a bit. I'm messing around with ideas for how to more fully utilize TikTok. I like the platform. I know a lot of people are, oh, I like it because honestly, my feed is 99% just fun, positive stuff, which is a nice break from a lot of the rest of social media. And it's fun. I do occasionally throw some content on. Maybe more than just occasionally. I do throw content on there here and there. Nothing too major because obviously the maximum amount of time we got is 1 minute. So only so much you can do with 1 minute. So, let's see. The website. If you haven't found this yet, I'm on Facebook at facebook.com/thecooldad. Obviously YouTube is a pain in the ass. The platform's decent, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about the platform in general, but trying to direct people to find you on the platform is extremely difficult, which is honestly the main reason why I put the website together. Website is a work in progress. There's stuff I'm working on for that's going to be coming down the pike. I've got a few things, especially a few things that just kind of like suddenly became a possibility now. And yes, I live in New York State, in case you haven't figured it out. There's a few things that have recently become a possibility that they've been kind of puttering around the back of my head for a minute now, but I wasn't able to really do anything with it because of the way the laws were written. Now it becomes an option, and I think it'll be fun to see where that rolls. It's work in progress. Once that's ready, you guys will hear more about it. Let's see. I'm trying to think. And I know sometimes my videos come out Mondays, sometimes they come out Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. I'm sorry about that. A lot of it really depends on how my schedule rolls. Between my two jobs, I work 80 to 85 hours a week. Still manage to crank out a video, and I do graphic design work on the side as well. That's more of a contract per basis type deal. So, yes, it gets crazy. You can find me on email at thecooldad@mail.com. Yeah, I knew I forgot something there. Sorry, it's allergy season, and my allergies are just like, it's been super windy, and we don't have snow on the ground right now, so a lot of crap in the air, which means my allergies are just going freaking crazy. So yes, I itch my nose, I itch my eyes. Fuck COVID. No, I'm not talking about COVID. No. I have enough to say about the results of that in the videos, and I'll leave it there. Actually, I will be touching on that at some point. So, down to questions. The main questions are, why did you start doing this? I can't tell you how many times I've seen that question asked. So, prior to COVID, I worked for a small local company doing marketing and online content creation, including videos, graphic design work, etc., etc. When they closed down due to COVID, I was looking for ways to keep my hands in the business. One of those things I said, I've done video. If you've been on my YouTube channel, you know I've done videos for a long time. But I've upped my game quite a bit since I really was last regularly doing videos. So I was like, well, I can content create doing videos. I like to cook. I've got time to cook, so why not? And it just kind of went from there, and it's been growing and evolving ever since. It kind of evolved into what my dad calls a socially conscious cooking show, because I guess this falls into the next question of what is your, why did you do this, or what is the idea behind it type thing. Basically, growing up, my dad's side of the family, which is the Italian side, was a lot closer than my mom's side, which is the Irish side. So I grew up with a very heavy Italian influence. And if you grew up with off-the-boat Italian grandparents or parents, you know what I'm talking about. Lots of food all the time. Food fixes everything because food is life. Life is good. Let's eat some more. That is what I grew up with. Well, I was at one point a lot heavier. I'll get to that. I'll come back around to that shortly. Don't worry. It's on the list too. So Cooking with the Cool Dad became a way to... I see people eat out a lot, and it's like, once all the restaurants closed because of COVID, a lot of people are like, oh my God, I don't know what to do, and some people, they couldn't afford to do the Grubhub, so my idea was to show people that anyone can make good food at home themselves. And I have nothing against, believe me, trust me, if you look at my Instagram feed, you will know Mrs. Cool Dad and I, we do like to eat out a bit. And again, not for nothing, but because we want to go to places, when we eat out, we go to places that have food that interests us. It's about the food and the food experience. We are... I think I ought to say this so I don't go... I have my personal boundaries that I don't cross when it comes to this channel, and I'm walking alongside one of them right now. But later this year, we are planning a trip, and part of the planning is where do we want to eat. And we're looking at very experience-oriented, like food experience-oriented places for where we want to eat out. And that's why we do enjoy it, but it's not, don't get me wrong, we all hit Taco Bell or McDonald's or whatever every once in a while, Panera, the chains, but actually Panera's not too bad. I'm going to say that it's not great, but it's not too bad. Excuse me, there are much worse options out there. So when we go out to eat, we go to places that, where we can have a food experience, where we can experience it. But I really wanted to get back to showing people that, because I think so many people have gotten the days take the restaurants for, I can just grab something on the way home. When you suddenly couldn't, people forgot how to cook, apparently, you know. Not everybody, but enough that it was obvious on social media. So I wanted to be able to show people, to share my love for food and my appreciation for what food, for lack of a better phrase, pun semi-intended, for what food brings to the table, homemade food specifically. And I've actually gotten a lot of feedback from people who have made recipes that I've shared, who have followed along and done it at home and just are blown away when they actually pull something off. And that, to me, is entirely what this is about. But at the same token, it also, growing up Italian, I learned that when you sat down over that home-cooked food, you also, you talked, you interacted. Obviously, when I was a kid, we didn't have phones and tech and bullshit, none of this. This would have been a, a film camera, a film movie camera, and it would have taken quite some time to develop, and then you'd have to show it on the projector. Yeah, anyway. Anybody under 40, you probably don't have that clue about that. Or maybe it's 35, but you know what I mean. And that's not a bad thing at all, but do some digging on that. It's fun. Family videos, family movies. Home movies are good stuff. But we learned that when you sat down over dinner, you didn't air grievances so much as you talked, and you discussed, and you shared thoughts and opinions. And one of my dogs is up here demanding attention because he's like, Dad, you're sitting in your chair, which is where you sit when you pet me. It is what it is. But yeah, so that I really, with the divide I keep seeing in this country now, I'm not going to get into politics with this. I'm just going to say that we are much more alike than we are different. And sitting down over good food that's made at home and talking about our ideas, our thoughts, our views can show us that. We may not change each other's mind, and I've said this before, but we can expand our horizons a little bit. So that basically was where it's coming from. I want you to see just how easy it actually is. I'm not a professional chef by any stretch of the imagination. Last time I got paid to cook was early 90s, and that was a chain restaurant, and I was good at making omelets. Oh, no, I am not a classically trained, I never went to culinary school, none of that. I am the ultimate home cook, I like to call myself. I will experiment, I will put things together because it sounds good. Don't get me wrong, I've had my share of failures, like anybody else. And if somebody like Gordon Ramsay ever tells you they've never had a failure in the kitchen, I will call them a liar to their face. Hi, Morgan. So yeah, that's where it came down to. It's just showing people that you can do this. Let's see. So that was really the idea that evolved out of it. It started as just something to keep me busy and keep my hands in the content creation. And it evolved into wanting to share this joy with you guys. Because to me, cooking, there is a joy to that creation of a whole from the sum parts. Take the Rice Krispie treats I did today. If you look at butter and you look at marshmallows and you look at cereal, it doesn't look like a whole lot, but when you make these bars, it's like, ooh. I mean, to create something is just absolutely amazing in my world. It's a really nice place in my world. If you'd like to join me, that's what these videos are for. So yeah, that's really where it evolved. It's what it evolved into, and it's still evolving. And honestly, down the road, I would love to find a way to bring this to a larger audience. Okay, you know what? Let's stop pussyfooting around. I would love to be a nationally syndicated show, period. When people say why, My actual answer is because it gives me that opportunity to reach more people to share that joy with, because I do honestly believe that the more of us who sit down over home cooked food with other people who have different ideas and views and just talk about it. Just talk about it over the good food. Doesn't matter what kind of food, just as long as it's good homemade food. I really truly believe that that can do more good for this world than any bucket of politicians. I have no use for them. We know this. I'm not going down the politics road. Not saying politics, damn it. But I really truly believe that the more of us who sit down and talk like that, the better this world will get over time. And every little bit, you may think, like, somebody once asked me, why do you see a penny on the ground, why do you pick it up? Well, because it's a penny. Yeah, but it's only worth 1 cent. True, but if I pick up all of them, that's worth a lot more. I know, bad, but you get my point, is we may each only do a little bit on our own, but when all those little bits add up, it's some pretty big change. You don't see me vaping in my cooking videos as much anymore. Not for nothing. I felt it was detracting, not even detracting. I didn't feel it was adding anything, so I save that for when I'm not recording. But because this is likely to be a little bit longer, I'm vaping. Now, let's see. Cover that. Okay. Yes, it is my kitchen, my grill on the grilling ones, my backyard, work in progress. My kitchen is dated. And unfortunately, even as many hours as I work, I'm only bringing home about half of what I was bringing home pre-COVID. So yeah, it's going to be a minute. But I have seen some comments, and I will address this here and now. It's that my counters are clean enough that I would have anybody eat off of them. I mean, I wouldn't make you eat off of them, but they are clean enough that you could eat off of them with no issue. Once in a while, you may see a dish or two in the sink because the dishwasher's full. Yes, I have a dishwasher. I use it daily. I do have things I wash by hand. Sometimes I wait till there's 2 or 3 things and just get them all done. Sometimes it's just time. Some days in the week between the 2 jobs, I'm working a straight 15 to 16, 17 hours a day. There are 3 particular days in the week during which, between the 2 jobs, I generally put in between 40 and 50 hours in 3 days. Yeah. So that's why sometimes there's a couple dishes there. But that countertop, my food prep areas, my utensils, that is all absolutely clean. The countertop, the stovetop, those get finished with bleach spray because I have used bleach. I was a paramedic for technically a medic if you know anything about New York State EMT levels. I was level 3. But honestly, nobody actually understands what that means, so I just say paramedic because it's close to damn enough. And anybody out there that's a paramedic that wants to disagree with that, bite me, because you know what? The general public doesn't have a clue. And that's not a bad thing. I hope you guys out there who don't never need to have a clue about that. Morgan says hi. Do not touch the soundboard. Thank you. Yes, you're a good girl. But no, the kitchen is clean. It's just dated. It's aged. My cooktop is new. My cookware is new. Honestly, the sink and the counter behind needs to be replaced. It's on my list. I just need to figure out how to do it, how I want to do it. It's not like falling apart, don't get me wrong, but it's ready to be replaced. It's tired. I desperately need to replace the windows in the kitchen, but that's a whole different story. And anybody that's a homeowner, I'm sure, can relate to this, especially where it stands right now. I had plans for this year, that things actually I had plans for last year, what I was going to get done over the summer, and that didn't happen. And this year's not happening either. Part of the reason why I would love to make this a syndicated show is it would give me the time to really put more into it. Especially, I'll be honest with you, the big thing I love doing, I truly get a kick out of, is my culinary counterfeits. And I'll tell you, the shout out I did for the Olive Garden Zuppa Toscana, so true. Literally, my wife and I are sitting there at Olive Garden, and Sydney was our waitress. I've got the recipe pulled up. I'm sitting there. I've got my phone. I got the recipe pulled up on my phone, and I was like, I look at the waitress, and I'm like, I got a question for you. I said, this says da-da-da-da-da. And she went into the kitchen and asked them, and they were like, yeah, tell them all about it. And the manager was like, yeah, that's no problem. We don't have a problem telling you what goes into it. I was like, this is so cool. I would love to be in a position where doing this as my work, do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Doing this as my work, I would love to be able to go to some of these amazing restaurants, and not chains. Oh, sorry, sinuses really are raging, but I'm keeping going because I want to get this out there. Not talking about chain restaurants generally. There's a few chains that I would go to, but like your destination restaurants, your places in New York City, Vegas, Miami, LA, Dallas, DFW, I don't know, whatever, big city, London, Paris, Milan, Venice, Rome. I mean, around the world. I want to hit these restaurants and be like, what is your signature dish? Teach me how to make it. And then I teach you guys how to make it. Why? Because it doesn't hurt the restaurant overall, really. It doesn't. It really won't, because let's face it, the majority of people that watch these videos will likely aren't the people who are going to be going to these restaurants. Okay, back again. Now here's the thing. Most of the people who watch these videos are not people who are necessarily going to be going to these restaurants on a daily or weekly basis. Not because of cost, not because of income, none of that. Because you don't live there. That's why I want the one-off place. I don't want, Burger King, McDonald's. No, fuck that. Anybody can go there. Sorry, I dropped the F-bomb, my bad. What I want is the really nice places, not the super high-end, but the nice places where you might wear a button-up to go to, some nice shoes, and bring that home. Because I've done P.F. Chang's, I've done Popeyes, I've done Chick-fil-A, mostly because there's a lot of back and forth about those, and I was like, why not? But something like the chicken française, there's a couple of local restaurants that we enjoy that at, and I'll tell you, we like mine a little bit better. But that's the thing, is that it's showing you how to make something out of the ordinary, and that to share that joy of making something that's out of the ordinary, that's different. That's what's cool about it. And having a syndicated show like that gives me the freedom to be able to really do that and put more out there for people. That's what it comes down to. So, but the whole point to it will always be, you can make this food at home. You, right there, yep, you can make this food at home and enjoy it with the people you care about. Maybe some people you don't care about so much. I mean, hey, why not? Just saying. Bend those bridges. You never know. Will I be doing infused cooking, since New York has now legalized recreational marijuana? I will touch on this because it has come up a lot in the last few days. No. I will not. Not at the moment, because while I think it would be a lot of fun to do, and I think I could do a lot with it, I need to see a little bit more about how the state is going to approach everything before I can really go down that road the way that will do it justice. That's my thought. I have nothing against it. I've actually watched shows like Bong Appetit, shout out, and it intrigues the hell out of me. I will not deny that. I am absolutely intrigued by it. But if I'm going to do it, I want to be able to do it justice. I want to do it well and do it properly and do it proudly. So until that time that I can get that figured out and hashed out with how this state's going to try and screw it up, I won't be doing it. I've got some other stuff that I'm working on that'll be coming up down the road. More on that when it's hitting more than just idea and conceptualization stage. Look for some... Now, I'll let you guys know about that when it's ready for people to know about. Let's see. Oh, are you ever going to own a restaurant? I don't know. I honestly, Mrs. Cool Dad and I got talking about this earlier, is that I have never really seriously thought about having a restaurant until recently. And if I did, I have a very strong concept of what kind of restaurant it would be. And honestly, I don't think it would work here. This area is just not big enough for the concept I'm playing with. I know some people are going to say, then drop your concept down. Hello, Pinel. Give me 1 second. Let me bend down here. Hi. I know. Somebody wants attention. This area, and I know some people can say, drop your concept down so it'll fit your area. No. Here's the thing. I do not want to do things by halfways, especially if I'm gonna buckle down and actually own a restaurant. It's going to be exactly what I want, where I want, how I want. Period. And I believe that's the only way you should do those things, because the minute you start settling on your dreams, yeah, exactly. So possibly. If I do, you'll all know about it, and we'll have some really cool videos for you. It will definitely be experiential dining. Hi, Pino. Nothing too crazy, but experiential. It's all about the experience at that point. I've got some ideas, but like I said, I have to find the right place for it. Now, I think I've just about covered all the main questions. No, I don't want dirty pictures. No, I don't want to watch your OnlyFans page. This is the typical spam crap that pops up. That just made me laugh, so I had to throw it in. Every once in a while, those show up. I'm like, no. The Cool Dad is very happily married to Mrs. Cool Dad. We are celebrating 18 years this year, so no, I'm not going anywhere. I think that about does it. I am looking at one of the things I can tell you about that's coming down the road. I am looking at, with the website, potentially starting some merch. Nothing too much to start with. I have a few small ideas I like to work with, but again, time is a big thing, so we're getting there. If you'd like to see these move faster, help me out on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share. I don't have the numbers yet on YouTube to really, consider this any type of income. And I'm not upset about that, because I do this because I love to, not because somebody's paying me to. I would like to have payment for it someday so that I can focus more on doing what I love, if that makes sense. Because here's the thing. You can do what you love all day, all night. If it doesn't bring in income, you have to do something to pay the bills, because everybody's got bills. I would like this to bring in the income to pay the bills so that I can focus on it full time. That's where I'm at. So really, that's what it comes down to. And no, I'm not getting an OnlyFans page. No. No. Okay, babes, you go back over here now. Oh, good girl. There you go. Dogs make everything better too. Food and dogs. There you go. That's all you need in life. Well, not entirely, but you know what I mean. So I think that about wraps it up for this episode of Chilling with a Cool Dad. I think that's a good name for this. Every once in a while, I'm going to throw a blog post out there, and I will call it Chilling with a Cool Dad. When we do our trip, there will definitely be some blog posts. There will be plenty of Instagram posts. It's windy out there tonight, and I just let these guys out a little while ago, so of course my sinuses are raging. Still, God, it's obnoxious. But yeah, so there'll be some content from that. But yeah, I think we're gonna start, not all the time. I'm primarily gonna do the cooking videos. This will be an extra video here and there. Just me letting you know what's going on, answering questions, things like that. So if you guys do have questions, feel free. Hit me up, thecooldad@mail.com, facebook.com/thecooldad. Throw me a message there. Instagram @thecooldad. The 2 O's in cool are actually zeros. Yeah, I think that's everything. It's really easy. I am on TikTok as the original Cool Dad. I had to come up with something because the Cool Dad was already taken, both with the O's and with the zeros. So I had to come up with something better. Anyway, but let me know, and I'll try and once a month pop in with one of these Chilling with a Cool Dad episodes, or I answer questions, talk about what's going on, what's coming up, and the general state of cooking with a Cool Dad. I might actually down the road. I've been playing around with this idea today before I started this. Also includes some conversations over food with other people. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I would like to have Chilling with the Cool Dad be a monthly feature where I can sit down with some... I'll take a D-list celebrity at this point. You don't got to be super important. Just be enough known that people you're following will come over and check it out. That's pretty much it. It's not too much. Sit down over some food and have some conversation about life. Working on that still. That takes a little bit more to organize, I think, but I'm getting there. So, yeah, that's what we're looking at. And... yeah, so that about covers it. So once again, just remember, food is life. Life is good. Let's eat some more. I'm sticking with that because it's true. Don't be afraid to try. You would be amazed at what people can do in their own kitchen at home with a few simple ingredients. There's something about eating food that someone put on the table for you through their own effort and hard work and determination that just makes it a little bit better than everything else. And over that little bit better comes the conversation that will eventually change the world. So, until the next cooking video, please be kind to one another. I'll catch you guys later.